Hello everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at this ProLight 13 watt PL adapter. Now this one's pretty neat. I picked it up a long time ago. Actually, I picked up a whole bunch of these a long time ago, and I've been using them throughout the house, and even when we had the apartment I used them there as well. I just seem to have never gotten around to making a video of one of these, so here we are today. This, if we take a look at the bottom here, is a ProLight PC 400 13 watt only PL adapter. The ProLight adapters, they seem to make them specifically for certain wattages. Now, the 5, 7, and 9 watt PL adapters, sometimes you'll find the adapters where you can put all three styles in one adapter, but the 13 watt is usually all by itself anyway. So I'm not sure if it's a serial number or item code or what, but we have a 5-digit code here. We do have made in the USA right here, and a whole bunch of information as to why this is heavy and, don't use with dimmers. Obviously, we have a very nice brass base here at the end, but as you can see, it's starting to crack, which is interesting. This one has been in use for some time, but not too long, and it's been developing these little cracks here. I'm guessing just from heating up and cooling down, expansion and contraction, but it seems to still be pretty solid here on the adapter. And we do have these very nice ribs around the edge, not to mention that this is a black adapter. Usually you find these PL adapters, they're white, just like the bulbs, but this one's unique in the fact that it's a different color, it's black. I do have some other black ones in the collection that are from some other companies as well, and I'm not entirely sure why they chose to make the adapter a different color. Not that it matters, all the light's coming from the bulb itself, but most of the time I notice these black adapters with covers over them, usually a flood adapter, so it'd be like a BR40 flood bulb. Those are the ones that I've seen the most. This one doesn't have any notches to put a globe or anything on it. Maybe they produced this model to have one that you would glue on to the outside or something. I'm not entirely sure, but the other ProLight PL adapters I have that do have covers on them do have some type of twist lock mechanism because, of course, you'll need to replace the bulb at some point. So that's the adapter itself. Of course, on the top here, we can plug in our quad or twin tube PL bulb. And here we have a Philips Alto bulb fitted. It is a 1400K, so cool white bulb. Used it out here in the garage for some time before replacing it with a party bulb to just give a little bit more atmosphere in a particular fixture. But I use these in multiple different areas throughout the house, at least where I can. So it's easy enough to get the bulb out. We just hold it by the base here and pull, and it unplugs. There's our socket. It's nothing too fancy. We just have our 2 pins on either side. And inside, we have just a little notch for the notches on the bulb here to hold on to so that it doesn't fall out on us. Now, the 13 watt PL bulbs have these 2 little bump outs here, and the 5, 7, and 9 watt bulbs just have one in the middle. Now, usually these sockets, or the adapters themselves, have a little notch in there to prevent you from putting in the wrong wattage bulb. It would only slide in so far. But here they don't have that. They just have a little notch to hold on to whatever style of bulb you're putting in here. So technically you could put a 5 watt PL bulb in this, but it's not necessarily recommended. It's not designed for that. So there's our Philips bulb, and I do like these Philips bulbs a lot. I like the quad ending here. It's just so unique versus all the other companies that loop them. So that's pretty neat. Okay, so we'll just pop the bulb back in there, and let's get our socket over here. And we'll start off by plugging it into the meter over here. So at it was at 119 volts. Let's turn it on. There we go. Nice preheat action, of course. 0.24 amps. 14.8 watts because we do have ballast loss. Of course, being a magnetic ballast here, a fluorescent fixture in general, we do have some ballast loss. And a power factor of 0.51, well, 0.52. It goes in between there. Very nice. So let's turn off our lights here, and we'll hold it this way above the camera. It is about 2 feet away from the lux meter, and we're getting about 130 lux or so if I can hold still. And it lights up the area quite nicely. If I point it straight down here, of course, you can see a dark spot right in the middle. And that's just because we're looking at it, head on. And it's not going to necessarily be that bright here. Of course, on the side of the bulb, that's your brightest area. The daylight, or cool white color actually, works well for industrial areas, here in the garage and stuff. But if this was inside, I would definitely want to have a warm white PL adapter in here. It's just much more fitting for in a table lamp, for example. Okay, let's give it a couple turn-ons here. Very nice blinky preheat action. And that starter is very bright. One more time. Beautiful. Okay, let's turn the lights back on here. And just out of curiosity, we'll turn it off and put it into our Variac here. It's not made to have, it's not made to be dimmable, is what I guess I'm looking for to say. But we have it here at 120. The original marking was right here, but the actual true is over here. So we'll go ahead and plug that in. And we'll turn it on. So there's our 120. Let's see how low we can get before it cuts out on us. Okay, so about a little over 90 volts and it cuts out on us. But if we bring it up to about, that's 105. We'll bring it back up to 120. That's absolutely fine. So definitely not a dimmable fixture, but you could most certainly run it on 100 volts. It seems to be just fine and happy there. Get it any lower than that, and it starts to struggle a little bit. Oh, wow, we're getting it. Oh, there, finally cut out at about 85. There we go. Yeah, about 100 volts. It's happy there, but obviously at its true 120, or I'm sure this is actually rated for, oh, it is 120. Usually you see 118 volts or something like that. Well, anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video, taking a look at this ProLight 13 watt PC 400 PL adapter. Whenever I see these things, I gotta pick them up. I absolutely love PL adapters. What a cool bulb. And you could just keep reusing it. There's no reason to throw it away and just create waste. You just replace the bulb and this just keeps on going. So I do hope you enjoyed this video, and also please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.